Hi, I'm Greg. Welcome to another edition of the GBAC report. Today I want to talk about proposals by major banks to help small businesses get through the coronavirus. If your bank makes some concessions to you or extends your loan period, make sure you send them a note. It pays to say thank you, and a lot of people don't. So it will probably put you in a small group and may work for you later on. A repayment holiday is not necessarily an interest holiday. So interest may continue to accumulate on your loan while you're not making loan repayments. But still, it can save you cash flow. I'm inclined to think that the sooner loans are cleared, the better. There are times when we all need loans, but while we hold a loan, our whole business operation or a farm is at risk. Debt can grow and become unmanageable so that you can't make interest repayments, and so the debt grows and grows and grows until the lender forecloses on your property. So there's a risk involved in lending, but there are advantages too. If you're going to take out some new loans to tide you over, have a chat with a lawyer, a loan consultant, and an accountant. It won't cost you a great deal to do. And ask them to assess the loan and your obligations in relation to the average of your last 3 income tax returns. That's probably the most reliable guide of how affordable it'll be. A good rule in borrowing is to borrow for as long a time as you can and repay the loan generally as fast as you can. What's important is that you read and understand the loan agreement or the letter of offer, and that really means reading and understanding every word, because every single word in that agreement has been put there by very skilled lawyers with the sole purpose of protecting the lender. Not protecting you, but protecting the lender. So it's important you know what your risks and obligations are in taking the loan, and not knowing the obligations in the loan agreement is one of the major reasons people come to us to ask us to sort out their loan problems with a bank. The basics of borrowing are very simple. They are that you need to repay the loan, and you need to repay it in instalments on certain exact dates, or risk losing your security property, your home, business or farm. There are alternatives to borrowing that may or may not be better. You would have to judge. One of them is to cut costs in the business, and that's a very effective way of dealing with problems, because once you've cut the costs or keep on cutting costs, it gives you a long-term business in your operations. Whereas if you borrow and a slump continues for longer than you expected, the situation can get worse rather than better. You may also be able to reduce your own drawings out of the business if you can. Sometimes you have trading stock sitting on the shelves or in the storeroom that hasn't moved for years. Sometimes you can send that back to the supplier. Other times you're best to heavily discount it and convert it to cash, because if it isn't moving, you've already made a loss on it. You might just as well have the cash. A good idea is to talk to your creditors one by one. Pay the small creditors as quickly as you can, and then with the major ones, have a discussion to see if they'll give you some extra time to pay, and come up with a plan that will meet their needs and yours. Whatever you do, don't promise to do something that you're not sure you can do. There's nothing that irritates a creditor more than coming to arrangement with someone about paying their account off over a period and then finding that they don't do it. It just loses you credibility. If you've got debts to government departments, now would be a very good time to contact them and ask them if they will give you more time to pay, and I'd be surprised if they didn't say yes. There'll be more to talk about as the economic situation develops, and I hope you'll join us again for another GBAC report. Thank you.